again.
Okay. I mean, I like the podcast when they like kind of like just kind of easy to it. They're already like fucking talking about shit.
Oh yeah, we can do
And
that.
then, anyways,
Yeah.
hey everyone, it's your host Big Dong. Uh,
Hi, Big
here with the
Dong.
Big Dong. That's how I like to be called out in the
Big
public.
Dong.
Big Dong.
Big
Anyways,
fans, Big
here.
Dong, of course. Big fans.
Oh, thank you. With
Mhm.
episode 73 of the Old School RuneScape podcast, the
Mhm.
official Old School
Mhm.
RuneScape podcast, and of course, as always, I'm your host Big Dong. And you know how it goes. I have my lovely two guests here who, the salt of the earth. These guys, biggest cocks you've ever seen, smallest buttholes you've ever seen, tightest buttholes
Mhm.
on the eastern seaboard. And yeah, I'm introducing my guest. You guys know him. You guys have been asking me for months now, and let me tell you, I went through took an arm and a leg to get these guys here for this episode. We
Mhm.
have you have Seaman guy over here who allegedly went to prison for 7 years for RuneScape related crimes, and we
Hello.
have
Hello.
yeah, hello, howdy, say hi to the audience for me.
Well,
All right, fuck you. That took
Matt,
too long. And you also have
He's a
Evil
little
Spuds over
slow.
here.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay,
He's
I
a little
figured.
slow.
I figured. And Evil Spuds, the 43rd player ever to achieve 99 in all skills.
Yeah, it was a bit of a race, but I had to quit my job for a bit, but it was all worth it.
he's
Yeah.
only fun fact, sir. Saving. He's the
Did
only
you
the
call me?
seventh
Not.
non. He's the only the seventh non-autistic man to do that.
That is
Only the
quite
seventh.
impressive. That is quite impressive. I
Yep.
wasn't aware of that fact.
I
I do
had to
appreciate
go
that.
back to the doctor who previously diagnosed me when I was a child, and I had to have him rebuke my diagnosis, actually.
What does
Did
that
you know
mean?
you could get something rebuked?
No, I wasn't aware. Is that
They
the official
rebuked
medical
it.
term?
That thing, I mean, I have my certificate of autism, and there's a red stamp on it that says, invalid, you know?
Okay, so it
It's
was
like an expired
previously
driver's license.
previously valid
It was
and now
previously
invalid.
valid. It was previously
Okay,
valid.
that's okay. Good
I
for you
was a
then.
very autistic child.
I'm happy for you. I mean, we all were to some extent.
I was.
But, I
I was
mean, I don't
known.
think
Yeah.
I don't think I got the certification for it, but you
Yeah,
know.
I had a big fascination with the number 6, but I'm over that now. I can say
You-
6 just fine now. It doesn't trigger anything in me.
um, I I don't know how to respond to that. And then, of course, the 43rd player ever to achieve 99 in all skills.
Yeah, thank you. That was easily the biggest achievement in my entire life. I really like that you hit me off with that. It really
Oh
tells
yeah,
people about who I am.
yeah. I got to gas up the guests.
Mhm.
Like yeah. I heard you guys got a amazing cocks as well.
That's coming from yeah. That's I was gonna say that, sir. That is coming from a man who grew his penis from 4 inches to 9 inches from sophomore to senior year, and you're hearing that his greatest achievement is getting 99 in all skills.
I mean, that's impressive. Like as much as I stand my Julk maxing brothers out there.
Mhm.
RuneScape is life.
I just want to stress the importance of this. This guy would be up all fucking night. He would barely sleep. He'd have his bath max fucking cocksucking water vacuum, and then he'd get out and he'd be like stretching his dick all sort of directions. He even
Mhm.
had that fucking chain egg thing that you hang from it and you like tie it
Mhm.
down. I mean, his dick's pretty skinny, but it is 9 inches. It is bigger than a direct TV remote.
Yeah, that was my
Those are
goal.
quite long. Yes.
Every day I'd grab the direct TV remote and I'd size it up and be like, I'm just not there yet. But then one day I was there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off topic there. I just
No. Cocks get mentioned and things always go sideways. It's how it goes with these things. I
you
truly
guys
don't.
get the dip.
Oh yeah, I know you messaged me to get some dip for this episode, but I don't have any interest in it, man. I just didn't do it.
No, you haven't even tried it, and you're telling us you don't have interest in it.
Yeah, man, it just something about it just doesn't look.
No
right.
interest
I
at
don't know what
all.
to say.
No, you haven't even tried. Dude. So we asked you to bring, to get some dip for this, for having us on. That was part of the deal of us coming on, is you would try dip.
It's
I
kind of a simple request, if I'm going to be honest.
I feel
um
I feel pretty slighted that you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
well, I don't think we ever wrote down a contract for that. I wasn't
We
aware of.
didn't sign a contract, but man, I was like messaging you, and
Well, I never said I committed to
I
it.
know
It
you
was a
never said
virtual
yes, but
handshaking.
Okay, okay.
okay,
We
dude.
dropped the dip bit, but I'll. Is there any way I could make this right? I
It,
mean, like, it's still a little too
Yes.
late to go get dip right now. But if there's anything else I
Okay.
could do to appease, then I'll try.
I've just got one question.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
If Bodie had asked you to
Mhm.
dip on this podcast, would you have dipped? Would you have bought the dip for Bodie?
No, I don't think I would.
I don't know whether that makes me feel better or worse.
Dude, he's fucking lying. There's no way if Bodie
I'm
was
lying. Huh?
if you're gonna have Bodie on here.
Okay, what about Henry Cavill?
Well, man, Henry Cavill is
Mhm.
quite the handsome man, but I don't know if that's enough to sway me over in that direction.
All right, back to Bodie.
Yeah.
That may be less of a.
Dude, I don't believe that
More or less.
Bodie asked you to put in a hog. I think you'd be smiling and laughing and throwing a lip in right now. I don't believe
I
it.
don't know. I mean, I know it's Bodhi and everything, but I don't know. There's just something about it that just does not look right to me, man.
Hey, one thing I've been meaning to ask you is why does it always sound like you're just playing the game in the background and just asking the most mundane questions possible to your guests?
I mean, well, I have the questions from thank to my shout out to the patrons. I've got my questions over here, and I've been meaning to ask you them, but we keep going off on these strange tangents about Bodhi and Henry Cavill for some reason. So
Well,
if
I
you
mean, I've
actually
got
want,
another.
I'm sorry, what?
No, I just hear me out. Look, I didn't, I wanted our podcast to be good here.
Your podcast.
Well, no, your
Our
podcast.
podcast.
I want our podcast to be good
Okay,
here.
fair. It's not, it's a not episode without you
Today
guys.
we share with you, or you share
So,
with
Yes,
us.
okay. I'll concede that.
I asked the fans. I said, "Do you have some criticisms of Sebe so we can avoid them?" And then, one of the things was,
Dude, we're
he
not.
just got.
Dude, we're not on the Sebe cast. We didn't make it.
We're not.
No, I know I told you we were going to be on the Sebe cast, but I just said that so I'd make sure you'd show up.
So we didn't make it.
No, man, we have like 1,000 views on our biggest RuneScape video, but we're just lucky we got on this guy's cast, man.
Well. Okay. All right. Well.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, that guy was kind of fucking annoying anyway. So let's just
Yeah, this
continue
guy's more
this.
fun.
I like this
Alright.
guy better.
Thank you.
Anyways, I got quite a few questions thanks to the Patreons. Become a supporter down below in the description. So I feel like we got a loaded episode here today, and I got plenty of stuff to ask you guys. But before we get into anything RuneScape related, it's always nice to get to know the host on a more personal level, which we've been doing for a bit, as everyone has heard. So I just want to get to know you guys a little bit more before we get into the real meat of and potatoes of the whole shtick.
Okay, that's good because I thought you were saying that we have to learn about you. I
Oh
thought you
no
were
no
going
no!
to
I'm an
like
I'm an open book.
monologue.
No, I'm an open book. You can
Yeah, we're getting to
whatever
know
you need to know about me is online.
Getting to know the guests more. Yeah. I don't know why that's so funny.
Podcast here. We're gonna get to know me before we get to you.
It would have been a lore episode, but no, let's bring it back. We can do that the next time we're on,
Yeah, okay, for sure.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, folks. A little misspeak. That's all.
Just a little mistake. Anyways, I just want to. So I'm bringing for some of the patron asked questions here. I just wanted to go a little bit into the some of your earliest memories here on RuneScape.
Oh man.
Because for me, I remember back in. I'll start with my story. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
I remember back in 2006, like I was still a naive noob back then, and people would like scam the fuck out of me in the wilderness and shit and get a free kill. It was like a major turnoff for PvP for me at the time, but man, like that shit like builds character for sure.
It was a bit of a turn on for me. I remember still the first time I killed someone in the wilderness. I think it was the first time like I actually ejaculated.
We're talking about RuneScape, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah. Because
That is
before
kind of
that,
hard to decide.
yeah, before that, I'd be jerking off my. I mean, it wasn't even 4 inches at this point. I couldn't even.
Okay.
I could hardly measure it, but it'd be
It was the
blowing.
it was the one finger wrapper on approach.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, it'd be. I'd be blowing the empty loads. Humping a pillow, that kind of thing.
Is this
But
appropriate for the internet? Is this something we should be talking about online?
dude, come
On
on,
air?
come on.
Okay, yeah, we all had them growing up.
You were talking about your first time in the wilderness. I was talking about my first time in the wilderness.
I'll give you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Just move on. Just move on. It's cool.
I mean, we have another guest here. I'm waiting to hear his answer. To be fair.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, pretty much the same.
Yeah, we were all naive
much-
dudes back in 2006. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, man, it was like it was a wild time back there. When Wilderness finally dropped and all that shit. Dude, man, can I talk about getting killed by the highwaymen south of Greater
Dude,
Mansion?
no. You did not get killed by the highwayman.
There's no fucking
no
way
way.
you got killed by the
Dude, I was a
highway.
naive noob back then. I didn't know what I was doing.
How did you even get that far away from Lumbridge without like accidentally leveling up?
I don't know, man. Like you get into the game, it's the
I guess so.
RuneScape
You were-
this, Gilnor,
did you know you could-
Gilnor that.
Did you only click on the mini map?
Oh man, dude, I was like 7 years old back then. I can't even
Okay,
remember.
no, that's pretty fair, dude. I remember. Oh fuck, I don't remember how old we were, but the first time I saw RuneScape, Seaman guy actually, he invited me over to his house because he was stuck on Tutorial Island.
Oh, I see. So was it, you guys are a local kind of thing, right? I believe you told me like North Carolina or something.
North Carolina.
Born and raised.
I see. I see. So is there a big RuneScape scene over there?
I don't know if it was
You know,
any
in
bigger.
Dallas, North Carolina, it is pretty big. It is pretty big. A lot of women, a lot of really attractive women.
Yeah, it was kind of
Are
weird.
are these
We heard about it
attractive
from the
women?
girls at our school. It was kinda
Are
weird.
these the online kind of playing ones?
Yes.
I see. What kind of games? Like it was always like there was games like RuneScape, right? And like your whatever Flash games
Yeah,
were
because
popular.
you'd be playing a Flash game, and a lot of people actually found it on like Flash game sites. They found RuneScape.
Yeah, it was like Runes. Man, the good old days. That like Bad Eggs OG,
Mhm.
crazy times.
Oh, you're a bad eggs guy.
Oh yeah, I am.
You telling me
I was
you
in,
cracked some eggs? You cracked some eggs?
Yeah, I've been known to toss a few hard boileds here and
Oof.
there.
I swear to God, that's the only way I made it through Spanish too. That's the only fucking way.
Well,
'Cause
I
I
don't
just
think I don't
want-
think you're alone in that story there.
I'd be. You gotta learn, man. It's fucking Mexico. It's little Mexico in that game. Just jaw this, jaw. Yo quiero culo something tu madre.
Yeah,
These
the game.
fuckers are popping off.
Yeah, it was brutal over there. And
Yeah, we learned more
those days.
Spanish from that game than we did in any class we took in high school.
Oh no, I for sure. I'll agree with you there.
There
I don't
were
know.
a
Here
lot.
in California, the RuneScape scene was. I felt like it was pretty big. I had this friend who allegedly born here in America from the Philippines, right? No
Mhm.
matter how hard I tried, I could just never get this fucker into RuneScape.
Yeah, we all have a friend like that. They usually turn out gay too. It's sad.
That's it. That is, yeah. I never liked Filipinos anyway.
Some people call that the Mexico of Asia.
I have heard that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that explains why he was into bad eggs.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
he
sure.
probably played bad chickens at home. I hear cockfighting's pretty big there.
Yeah, it's a national sport if I'm not mistaken.
That's like I kind of want to see cockfighting someday. I think I would risk going to the Philippines to see some real cockfighting.
Real cockfighting in the
Mhm.
Philippines.
Mhm. Not like
Mm.
you and a couple of your friends in high school in someone's bedroom cockfighting, but the real deal,
Yeah, real deal
real deal
cockfighting.
cockfighting. Draw
With
some
with
blood.
I,
with, with
I
Filipino
never
ladyboys
asked
as
you
well.
that.
Oh my gosh.
I never asked you that, Spuds. But is that what inspired you to grow your cock?
I mean, it's kind of hard when you have the shortest tool in the shed. Yeah, it's a little tough. But
I,
if you want to
I can
win,
imagine.
you gotta
How,
train. I learned
well,
that from
how do you
hockey.
build from the base up? Because as a kid, one thing my dad stressed when we would build like Lego towers and shit is you try and build like a real tall, skinny one, and that shit just knocks the fuck over. How do you make sure that you have enough sturdiness at the base so that you're not collapsing under your own weight?
Yeah, so I think the thing like taking into account is that I had to really supplement the girth. So I had to take a syringe, and I'd fill that up with a little bit of like oil, salt water, basically anything that I thought would kind of just blend into the skin, just kind of absorb into the
Inflate it.
body as
All
nutrients.
natural though, right?
Huh?
All natural though, right?
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah. Okay.
prime thing to use actually ends up being melted butter, and I just
Mm.
pump a little bit in until it started to hurt. Once it started to hurt, I knew I had a good fill. And then
Yeah, I
I'd
get you. I
start
get you.
squeezing it out, and I just get pure fat and protein, exactly what the cock's made of.
All right. So this is
Hmm.
kind of getting a little gross, if you ask me. I think I think I'm gonna pivot over to another question asked by chat here, and they really not to cut you off, but they kind of really want to
I've
stay
been
on topic
rambling,
here.
man. No one
Yeah, no,
wants to
I
hear
know.
about
You know it.
this.
It happens. It happens. But just wanted to talk about some of our favorite items as well. What any favorite items that you guys got? What any that just come to your mind immediately?
Hmm. Hmm. So actually, I have a question.
Yeah,
Um,
what's up?
the items is good, but let me just step away from that for a second. Uh, so if you had two cocks,
Hmm.
right?
I thought we were getting away
And
from the clock conversation here.
no, we are. We'll come
Okay,
back.
okay.
I'm
No,
just. I
I'll
need
believe you.
some
I'll believe
kind
you.
of.
We could go on. We could go with this for a second.
Yeah, I'm a
This
slow
is part of how we
processor.
get to know people. This is
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
just
know.
can't really
Yeah, we
feel
all
I
have our
know
methods.
someone and I'm comfortable with them until we ask this.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
go
what you
ahead. Go ahead.
said that we'd get to know you more. So I don't
Hmm.
know why you keep, trying to cut away from this now. But
Okay, we could continue. We
whatever.
can continue with this. We could continue with this.
So, bear with me on this question. If you had two cocks, fully functional peni, um,
That's the
and,
plural for
and
cocks
this
for
is
people who don't know penis, peni.
peni.
Hmm.
So this is personal preference, right? This is just an opinion question. Would you want your cocks to be one on top of the other, or would you want them to be side by side? Would you want the
Okay.
rhino, or would you want, you know, the fucking lynx or some animal that has that?
Okay. So you're essentially asking me if I would prefer an orientation where it kind of looks like one on top of each other.
Yeah, I
So I
call
have my
that the
normal.
over under. Like
Yeah,
a
the
an
over.
overall
Okay, an
cock.
Hmm.
over under. So
Hmm.
it's like my normal one right now with one on top, versus like kind of like a
Sure.
double barrel shotgun kind of orientation here.
Yeah, the World at War double barrel shotgun. That classic
Hmm.
look.
Okay.
Yeah.
I it is quite classic that look. So, you know what? I think I will go with the double barrel here. Was that not the right answer?
I, no, I mean you can choose that. It's just that
You sound a little disappointed with that answer. Right? It seems like a 50-50 thing,
I mean
kind of.
we've talked
To me.
about this a lot with a lot of men and a lot of women
Mm,
too, and
A lot of women.
a lot of women. And usually over
mm.
under
Okay,
wins.
not that many women, but
No, no, not
a
Enough
lot
to
too
of
be a
many.
men.
demographic. You know,
Who's counting?
Yeah, usually
I mean,
certainly
you're
not me.
they kind of stop making eye contact, and we start to realize that it's not going well.
Okay.
to be fair, you're wrong.
How am I wrong?
Well, I mean we all know the over under is better. Like when you actually think about, I know you're kind of put on the spot, When you think about it more, it's just the over/under just has a lot more utility. You know.
In what way?
I mean, you telling me you're gonna constantly have sideways sex?
Well,
You
no,
know what?
but
Yeah.
Where's your other penis gonna go? Are
Yeah,
you
no.
only thinking about masturbation?
Do you
that's
guys just
probably it.
come here to talk about cocks and masturbation?
You must be ambidextrous because if you're ambidextrous, maybe you get the double jerk on the sides,
Dude,
and that's
he's
an
probably like
important
doing
feature.
tricks. He's like switching hands, you know, crossing the streams.
Because
I'm so
I kind of
lost
like
right
the
now.
idea of them being the over under, and you
Mm-hmm.
get like the fire stick method. You rub them together real fast.
Oh man, that sounds pretty
The
intense.
fire.
That sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, but that's my game. I'm all
Mm-hmm.
about intensity.
That's
I'm
very
all
true.
I know my game and I stick with it. I don't try and pretend. Look, I am righty to the bone. I don't do shit with my left hand. So my left cock would be getting mad neglected.
I didn't even think about that. All the times we've talked about this, that's never came up.
I see. I guess I'm a little bit of a trailblazer here in that regard.
I'd be worried about smashing my penis on the side of a woman's thigh
Yeah,
or her.
that's a
You should try
big.
Or her.
aiming better.
I just
Well,
like.
I have.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Yeah, just like with the side by side, I just immediately. I imagine I'm pounding a chick, you know, doggy style, and I can just envision my second cock just like plapping into her ass cheek, and I'm just like, ow, 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 each time, because it shouldn't be there, you know.
So I feel like we should really talk about something else. Anyways, yeah,
Oh yeah, the item. The item.
yeah.
I had a,
Well, before. Okay. So item makes me think of when you say item, it makes me think about a guy who lost his nut. He lost one of his nuts to
Are we
testicular
really going
cancer.
there
Had to,
again?
I'm getting to
this
the item.
show some
Okay,
respect,
go
man.
ahead. I'm trying my
This
So
best
man
here.
lost a nut.
yeah, I mean seriously, this guy lost his nut, and you know we got really curious. We thought, is he gonna be like those people that get their dog like fake nuts? Like, is he gonna get a fake nut so that he doesn't just have one nut and gets made fun of?
Hmm.
I don't know many dogs with fake nuts.
It's pretty big here in North Carolina. Like
Yeah,
if
in
someone
California,
yeah, if someone has a dog that's neutered and it doesn't have fake nuts, you just look very poor and also like you just don't really love your dog.
So it reflects poorly on the owner, is what you're saying.
Oh,
yes.
and the other dogs just mercilessly
Hmm.
bully that dog for having no nuts. Like, you know.
This is a phenomenon you've observed yourself?
Yeah, that little tiny shrunken sack, man.
Huh, I was not aware of such a thing.
Just withers up and goes away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's sad to see. I
The
think
thing is,
their cock gets smaller too.
I got
Really?
my dog the fake nuts, and I asked him not to do the fucking tattoo that says that they're neutered. Because I'm the only one who needs to know that they're neutered. That is
Mm-hmm.
private information. And I don't want any dogs getting under there going for a fucking lick or a little sniff and then seeing the tattoo and then boom, we gotta change fucking doggy daycares.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I guess I'm taking the false nut then.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, you guys ever play Guitar Hero?
Oh man, Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero was my jam when I was in high school. You know, if I wasn't growing my cock, I was playing Guitar Hero. You know, if you
Yeah,
heard
for
the
sure.
Guitar Hero sound going from my room, you knew you could enter. If you didn't hear that sound, hey, keep that door closed. Don't even knock. You know.
Yeah, for sure. You put the sock up on the door handle, right?
Sock on the door handle. You know,
I needed
speaking of
that sock for
guitar,
something else.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
did you guys ever do Cock Hero?
How are we going back
Oh
to the
yeah,
cops?
dude, I'm a big cock hero guy.
You know, I only
What are
heard
you?
about it.
Explain cock hero to me.
You don't know cock hero? Wait. Do you
No.
even know Guitar Hero?
Yes, I'm aware. There was like
Yeah,
yeah.
and then like when you're late teens, you just kind of transition over to cock hero. It's just the man's sport.
Are you talking about masturbating?
Yes, but it's masturbating, but it's also a skill-based rhythm game at the same time. It's
Like
really,
Osu?
it's just like RuneScape, but you don't level up your character, you level up your
Your cock?
nuts. Yes, your cock.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
Yes.
I
'Cause, I
was
mean,
not aware of such
some of those
a
games
thing.
they go really fucking hard. Like a regular cock hero, it's like 40 minutes. It's like
Are
the
we really
first
talking about
day.
cocks this whole episode?
I mean, we just talked about nuts
I,
or
I,
nut.
That's fair. That's fair.
you, I,
Did you just fucking go?
Oh my god. Please tell me were you recording?
Dude, I always keep the recorder going ever since, it was that
Oh,
fucking,
ever
who was
since
that
we're
fucking,
on fucking Dana White's
yeah,
podcast.
and that bitch just was like, he said that like we killed his drive to ever fucking podcast again or some shit, and and then he just fucking left and we're like, dude, what happened to are you gonna put that up? And he was like, no, I'm not putting that up.
Dude, I hate that shit is gone.
Yeah.
We worked hard to get on there.
Worked our asses, our cocks, and our balls off to get on that podcast.
You goddamn right.
We are villains.